Akwamu Edumasa. And I say, thank God it's Monday, another year, another month, another day, and let's count ourselves lucky. Folks, 2024 was harsh by all accounts, politically, physically, environmentally, financially, and even spiritually. I mean, it was a year of gone too soon. Jeez. But somehow, here we are, we made it. And I pray to God that all the bad fortunes and misfortunes in 2024 has taken it away. And 2025 is going to bring us good fortunes, blessed fortunes, as we deserve to be. But here we are, folks, to do what we love best. The all-time ritual performed by the truest amongst us. Welcome to the ritual I call That's My Opinion. Only on Joy 99.7 FM. Streaming on Facebook, streaming on YouTube every Monday at this time. And our topic today, folks, we voted for hope. We voted for hope. And let us all gather and make truth good. We voted for hope, folks. But before, let me make 2 points of observation. Now, on this show, I deemed issues raised as we have raised them since we discussed them, and we generally agree or disagree, but they are issues about it. But don't worry, if I get it wrong, I will take all the blame. I'll bear all the consequences. But if I get it right, then hey, we shall share in it. What are the 2 things I wanted to talk about, folks? Monday on the 20th of January, right, as they were vetting the nominee for the transport ministry. Now, the issue of road tolls came up. And I was glad to hear that, yes, they will reintroduce the tolls, but not in the old-fashioned way where most of the monies collected just go to party boys. I mean, huge millions just go to party boys. So after the frustrations and the long queues, the dreaded queues at all tolls, only to just give, more than half of the money away. I mean, almost a third went away. And you and I have pushed for this many times on this show, that there should be a way in which maybe if you're going to get your roadworthy or something, you calculate it, and everybody, whether you use the tools or not, pay for it, because we need money for the road tolls. So I'm glad it came back, but we have raised this issue. Folks, the other issue that came up was where to find money to fix and build roads. And folks, it keeps coming up anytime there's a vetting of a regional minister. I'm sure 40% of his questions are how you're going to fix roads within your region. And I remember again that we said on this show that let us save and rename the e-levy and dedicate it to a road building revolution. I remember that let's save the e-levy. We can add it to whatever we get from the road tolls, and it will be a substantial amount of money which we can use in the road building revolution. Maybe even give part to education, since that's another area that needs a lot of help, education. But hey, the jury's out. Where do we find money for the roads? But I'm saying that most of these issues you and I have raised and discussed it on here. In fact, folks, let me add one more. The issue of skills training. The issue of skills training. Now, we have talked and pushed on the need to really promote and incentivize skills training and education. Folks, I remember when I first raised, once when I raised this issue, folks, I was insulted. In fact, I was actually called mad for even suggesting that the government should push skills training at the SS level. I was called mad. Guy said, oh, he knew I was mad, but this was the confirmation. My pushing for skills education. But in short, I'm just saying that, folks, once again, we have been vindicated. So, yes, you see, folks, sometimes we say, oh, every day we talk, and then what? We talk, then what? You never know, folks. You never know. Maybe somebody somewhere in the corridors of power may listen and take an idea of two. So we can't give up talking. And I always thank you for tuning in. Folks, hope. Said we voted for hope. One of the simple human attributes. But when it's lost, you won't believe how low and destructive human can be. When hope is lost, you will not believe how low one will sink and how destructive one can be. Now, once upon a time, folks, we lost hope in our democracy. And guess what? Who was the president then? His Excellency John Dramani. He was then the president. And Ghana had lost all hope in democracy. I mean, democracy was not helping us. And folks, at the time, then emerged arguably one of Ghana's maybe longest serving politicians, His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo. We were sold on his age. We bought the idea of his experience. We bought his idea of exposure. We were sold on his men that were going to build. They were all of stature, of age, and we thought maybe this is the Lord that's going to bring back what we need. So we went to the polls and voted out JM, and we voted massively. At the time, probably it was the record. Folks, the rest, the results, and the consequence of that victory 8 years ago, maybe we have to reserve to history. Because never in the history of Ghana, I wasn't there during Nkrumah's time, because I know that was another low in the history of Ghana, was Nkrumah's time. But in my lifetime, never in the history of Ghana had their citizens been so dejected, let down, disappointed. I mean, people, the average citizen was pushed to desperation. Desperation. Folks, 30% of the youth, able youth, people who were able, could work, had given up. They had just given up hope. There's very scary statistics from Lagos. 30% of our able youth who were fit and able to work had just given up. About 36% just wanted the opportunity to escape the country. It was low. The news was loaded with disbelief and scandals. Shocking, absolute shocking stories almost every month. But this period recorded one of the highest on the citizens' quest for military rule. Yes, we were so fed up with democracy that people thought military rule would be better. Then came Burkina Faso. Here we see this young captain working wonders, and everybody's thinking, well, maybe that's the way to go. But I still say, let's hang on to hope. But posterity has a weird way of honoring history. Folks, Kwame Nkrumah, I think, was one of the most vilified presidents in this country. All they sang songs, Sidi Kwasiebiti Daso, or Tigini Richabe, I mean, that pull down his statues, ban his party, pull down his names. And I think JM is close to one of the presidents who have really been also vilified, comes very close. But today, folks, their story is different. Folks, today, Their story is different. But somehow I feel people voted for hope. And those who had completely lost hope decided not to vote at all. Decided not to do at all because they had absolutely no hope. They didn't even bother. But I think that the great majority of us who casted the vote, folks, did not vote necessarily because of party, but they voted because they were clamoring unto hope. You speak to people after the election, and everybody's saying, my prayer and my hope is that the current administration don't fail us. Everybody's saying. Because there's this fear where almost every administration performs worse than the previous. Almost every administration performs worse than the previous. And so if you look at where we are coming from, if you look at how we voted for the new administration to come in, everybody's praying that I hope they don't fail. Unfortunately, folks, the citizens have also lost their patience. I think every citizen has gone through enough. We have gone through enough. Financially, environmentally, we have been hit left, right, and center. So we've also lost our patience. So yes, I know that things won't change overnight. I'm sure the average guy knows that things are not going to change overnight. But what we are saying is that overnight, we want to be heading the right direction. So yes, we won't get there overnight. But overnight, we need to be heading the right direction. It's unfortunate that a new government comes in. For us, we had a problem and you came in with a solution. And so we're sitting there and we're waiting for you to administer your solutions to relieve our burdens. So to all who have been given the privilege to serve, never forget why you are there. The onus is on you to restore the citizens' hope in democracy. If we're going to continue to have that stable democracy, that beacon of democracy, that title that we've always held, if we're going to continue it, then the onus is on you, those who have gotten the privilege to serve, to bring it back, to regain our love for Ghana. You must restore our love for Ghana. That's not going to be an easy task, but uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. And since you are wearing the crown now, this is what it is. You must restore hope at all costs. Whatever it takes, we must restore hope. Because folks, when all hope is lost, you will be amazed how low that man would sink. You will be shocked at the distraction that man will cause when hope is lost. So now there's a lot of goodwill. There's a great amount of goodwill. Our single advice from the opinionators is that no more promises. Folks, no more promises. Ride on the goodwill to rally the citizens along. Rally us along. No more promises. There's enough of freebies in Ghana. There's more than enough freebies. It's enough. Going forward, with the goodwill that we have now, rally us along. Rally us along. Let's clean the cities up. Let's see government as prudent. It must be physically prudent. Let's see governance tightening its belt, so that when you come back to ask us to tighten our belt or pay a little bit more, we know that we are in the boat together. And that's where you are. Don't forget it. Patience is lost. We won't get there, but folks, we are praying and hoping that even though we won't get there overnight, we need to be on the right track. So for all of you who have gotten the opportunity and the privilege to serve a great country such as Ghana, yours is to bring out hope and love for Ghana. And I think in the vetting, I think that should be the first question they ask everybody. That how are you going to bring hope and love for Ghana? As you take up this office, how will you bring hope and love for Ghana? Because, folks, no matter how good the presidency or the government is, if the citizens have lost hope, if the citizens lose love for nation, it's almost impossible to succeed. So as we pray that you get your act right at the top, we pray that all the backstops with leadership, our hope and our love for nation will come from you and be directed from you. And we hope to achieve that. Folks, this is the first opinion of the year. Let me hear you. It's 0302 216-541, 0302-216-541, and you can send your text messages as well, 055-1111-997. Well, if you're just joining, just a recap, first show for the year, and we're talking about the new governance, the new administration in Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, taking over power. And we're saying that it is up to him now and his team members to restore hope. Because if that fails, I don't know where else we will go, because we have gone down. On the line now is Moro Al-Hassan. Moro, let me hear you.
Thank you very much, Nana. Thank you very much. Nana, I don't agree with you about the tax issue you just raised. Because we, the Ghanaian workers, are underpaid and overtaxed. We are seriously underpaid and heavily undertaxed. I have two suggestions.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I think Ghanaians are not thinking about it. We have to scrap Parliament. Parliament is so important for Ghana. Let's cancel Parliament if we want Ghana to succeed. All the money that is given to parliamentarians, let's now use that energy and vote the GCs and give that money to them for developmental purposes. Without Parliament, Ghana is going to work and work well. The judiciary can make the laws, the executive should implement it. Parliament is just useless. Let's redefine our democracy. Let's not copy blindly. Democracy can work perpetually without Parliament. They are the biggest problem in Ghana. The second thing is that if the government will listen to me, let's scrap the 200 Ghana cedis and the 100 Ghana cedis immediately to restore the economy. These are the currencies the government printed that weaken our currency. Come to think about it, we have one of the weakest currencies in the world, and we are having the highest rate in the system. Look at the US dollar. The highest is $100. We have the weakest currency. In fact, the highest currency we should have should be 10 cities or 20 cities, not even up to 50 cities.
Well, thank you very much for your call. But then you'll be carrying too many notes, wouldn't you? And the issue of Parliament, well, how are you going to get representation? But then, hey, it's a thought. Shem is in Pram Pram. Happy New Year, my brother.
We research kakra was a calendar when I can correct, but then. Nana, you know me. During the elections, you know I'll never go either MPP or NDC. And for me, the outcome is a sharp contrast between what I think Ghana should be and what Ghana is right now. For me, I feel sad that amidst everything Ghanaians were going through, we saw, in quotes, a lesser evil as the one to choose to come and overhaul the system. Even though they carry this vibe of hope, it's admirable. But at the same time, when I talk of hope, I realized this thing during MPP's time, I think 2017, when they were swearing in, when they were also doing the vetting. And now you and me, you call interviewer, near vetting, and I say interviewer. Do we carry our family people along for us to seem like we have people behind us? We don't do it. So why is it that when they are doing vetting, we have chiefs and people sitting behind them? What is that for? And I really want to find out what it's for. Is it for morale boosting for the person who's being vetted or what? Because if I was supposed to carry everybody to any interview, I think I'll get the interview. Thank you, my friend. You didn't know my friend Nana. Now my friend Munina, my betting to me. Nana Kaminya. Thank you, Mina.
Who friend my video?
So, like, and I've realized this is, it's like, what is the purpose? We are vetting the person based on his competencies, not to show us that the clan and the ethnic group in Adimichi. I think we should get serious. And some of these things are what give some of us the chills when we see some of them. We are like, for them, what is this for? It's just like when we compare the Black Stars, right? We say we want to look for a foreign coach to take care of 23 players, but we are looking for a black person to take care of 30 million plus people, and we cannot find one. So for me, I think, yes, there is hope because obviously in an anime, Ghana, we are not just coincidentally placed in the center of the world for nothing. There's a reason why we are here, and we need to start finding those leaders. If MVP and NDC have failed us, let us start looking outside of them. But I know the average Ghanaian is afraid to make that choice. So they themselves should overhaul themselves and give us the best option. Just like I second with the first call, I said, Parliament House, we should find a way to scrap them. If they are going to go the tangent of privatizing every other government agency, demolition squad, and the Parliament House also a way to privatize it. So let's find a way like that. Thank you very much.
Chef, thank you very much, Chef. Nana Kwesi. Just my feel. Let me hear you. Hey, 2025 is a year of peace.
No. This one is violent.
Year of
violence between me and you. I tell you.
Oh, tell me about it.
So we want to hear common sense and wisdom speak. Every Monday I'm tuning. You hope people hear that the Lumba song is playing and then where does?
I think people voted on hope. I don't think people voted, whether it was the elephant or whether it was umbrella. Charlie, people were desperate for some hope,
Yeah, I mean, I'm one of those few people who before Nana became president, I actually thought if he had not gotten the opportunity to be the president of this country, I would be one of the few people who would say he would have been one of the best presidents we never came back. He was president. I mean, I don't know. It was a horror movie. Even when you see, like, he's living in a different Ghana from the kind of Ghana that we live in. I don't know whether it was the people who were around him painting a different picture and what the citizens experience different from what they experienced. I don't know whether that was it. But anyway, going on. If you go on show, you realize that I don't subscribe to the NDC-NPP idea. However, Mama is here. The family doesn't go it anymore. Do I have hope? I think I'm experiencing a different Bahama in certain extent. The action I'm yet to see. That is what will confirm whether I'll really trust that something is going to happen. Your tactics, the way he's talking, his communication, the kind of thing that he's saying. Yeah, you know, things was this, but he voted us into power to fix it. Though that's what we're going to do. That's a good thing. Okay, we didn't get that with Nanado. The man and his people complained throughout the 8 years. It was never their fault. It was never their fault. It's just this thing on. It's this or that. They never took it for anything. But come around, I'm doing something different from Mahama. I really wish that he would be really hard on his appointees. And he might want to go to a certain direction, which will move all of us forward. However, if his appointees do not understand where this man wants to go, it will not him up. That's what I'm saying. With the man who was, I don't know whether interior something, and now Mahama will call this, they say, Masa.
Oh, Nana, your line is very bad. Let me go to Isaka in Fadama. Isaka in Fadama.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, Isaka.
Yes.
Let me hear. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I think the problem with Ghana is difficult to be solved because the people who are supposed to solve the problem are the problem. You see, the early two colleagues talked about the parliamentarians. I've been telling my colleagues that we don't need these 276 parliamentarians in this country. Look, we can scrap these 276. What are they doing in the first place? Let's ask ourselves. They are basically there to make laws. Can't we hire lawyers to come and do this work? Then we pay them properly. Then we sack these people. Then these people, which they want to, if they want to actually do anything about their concern, they go to concern and look for a position like what do you call it? The what do you call it? The constituency executive. What do you call it? The MMC and all those things. They can go there and look for those positions and let find people to come and make the laws for us. They are not helping us. They are not. Whatever. Look. Example, when anything is for them, it is yeah. If it is for the people, it is argument all over. But we don't need them. We don't need them fast. And we can do a lot of things without them. And we can get results. I mean, we have history of people who have gone to, what do you call it, hair salon to say there's a business there and all this. I mean, what are we getting from them? All these things they are doing, we can hire people to do, they could do them, and we pay them. There are a lot of rot in the country, and they are sitting there, and they are the beneficiaries. Many of the people, the MPs, honorable MPs, they are the beneficiaries. What are they doing? They are not doing. If I sit down and weigh, what is the benefit? What is the benefit? So, in fact, until we do something about our parliamentarians, we are not going anywhere.
I hear you. I think the parliamentarians are getting very, very unpopular. But then obviously you have arms of government and everybody checking each other. So when you take them out, it becomes an issue. But Bert is in East Legon. Hello, Bert.
Hey, Rama. Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay. So right now, I think the ordinary Ghanaian knows better than a typical politician. You see, the first caller talked about scrapping or do away with the parliament. The second one also mentioned something like, what did he say, right? We should abolish it or something, right? No, privatize it. That was the word he used. So it means that we, the Ghanaian people, we know better. We know that parliament is not functioning the way it should be. So this is why I always advocate for, independent parliamentarians. Let's imagine that, or let's say we have about 150 people who are independent in parliament. Do you think any of these parties can, do whatever they want? Just, use parliament to do whatever they want to achieve their aims? No. So That's the simple solution. Instead of talking about whether abolish or privatize, or we should get more independent parliamentarians in parliament. That is the only solution to this nation's problem. Parliament is weak, and for that matter, Ghana is finding it difficult to progress. So it's not as if we don't know what we want. We know, but we thought they could do something better for the nation. But they are not doing it. And right now, I'm glad that the people are designed to know this is the way to go. So Parliament should prepare that come 2028, we're going to make sure all people, Nana, you, the media people, the CSOs, whoever, we should all come on board. Make sure we push this agenda. Make sure that we get more independent parliamentarians in parliament. That is where we can only see Ghana progression. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And it's 0302 216 514. 0302 216 514. Hayford is in battle. Hello, Hayford.
Yeah, good evening, Nana.
Good evening, my brother.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too, brother.
Thank you. Nana, I would like to ask, what system Nigeria is using? The system that Nigerians are using. I would like to know that system. Because I don't think this, our political system, is helping us. So I prefer that we do the one that the Nigerians are doing, so that we see how it will help us. Thank you.
Well, that's a federal system. So then the regional minister becomes literally the governor of the region, and then he gets all the money to run the region. That would be the closest thing. So that at the beginning of the year, the maybe Eastern Regional Minister is giving, look, 2 billion cedis or 3 billion cedis. Go and pay your teachers. Go and do your roads. Go and pay your judges. Whatever it is, you go and run your region. I don't know how that will work, but hey, that's how they do it. That's how they do it. To a certain.
All right. If that's the case, then I think that will help us, because I don't see any benefit of going to the parliament. And even when they go there, they will not come to the constituency and come and do anything beneficial to us. So I think let's run that system and see how it will help us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Abu Mohammed.
Yes, Nana.
Good evening. Happy New Year to you too, my brother. How are you?
Yeah, and welcome back.
Thank you.
Yes. The parliamentarians, what exactly do they do?
Well, they are supposed to represent you, and apart from representing your constituencies, you are in Yusujamai, right?
Northtown.
Oh, you're Northtown, yeah. So, your MP is supposed to represent your interest in Parliament, so that if they are passing laws or if there's something that Northtown needs, he's the one that takes it to Parliament to say, let's say maybe, look, Northtown needs pipe-borne water, so please, maybe I can call the sanitation minister and ask him that, when are you going to get me water for Northtown? So that's what the parliamentarian is supposed to do.
Oh, yes. You see, the Texas factory.
Mm-hmm.
That is the interest of Northtown. It should be like the way it used to be years back. You have 3 buses, they bring workers, they run 58 hours, people work there. And the factory pay for our water bill as well. The market, the upper market, we played there, we were paid for all this year. That is our interest. So if that, I'm only using Northtown as an example.
Mm-hmm.
The politician will tell you that I will build your road, I will create job for the boys. When he get to Parliament, then he said, no, I'm only coming to represent you. So for 32 years, what exactly can we say they've done? They take ex gratia. They were not able to fight corruption. In fact, they only take that position to break the law. If you speak the truth, the politicians, those in Parliament, they break the law more than the citizens. The politicians, the police, and then some also want to be police who that's to be in the pocket of a politician. So everybody wants power. That's to protect himself, not to do anything for the state. That's what they want. There are Galamsey people who sponsor John Mahama to win. What makes you think?
No. Abu. Say alleged. I beg you. Say alleged.
Okay, sorry. Alleged. Because they
Because
always force us to say.
if they call you for proof right now, you may not get it.
Okay, yeah, alleged, like you say, alleged.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just like we all stated, we are angry, we lose hope. Some of us, we refuse to put to them. The Muhammad not only to develop the country, he also have to make some of us respect politicians. If we don't respect the people in uniform anymore, even the judiciary, the judges, you have a lot to do. You have to bring back that respect. We don't respect them, we only fear them because they have the power. But for respect, we don't respect them, and we don't also trust them. We also think that they rather break the laws.
Abu, thank you very much for the
law
call.
only works when it comes to the vulnerable. But when it comes to the powerful, so that's saying that nobody is above the law. It's not true. So all the time it is the vulnerable that the law deals with. But the powerful, even the God-fearing people will tell you, oh, this your case is a very good case, but you don't have money.
Well, Abu, you see, the position that you are saying now, it's actually like a general feeling in the country now. And that's why if you listen to me carefully, I was saying that this new crop, this new administration, those who have been privileged to be given positions and whatever it is their duty to restore, bring back your hope.
That is why we say they have a very hard work to do. So they have to do it. At least we have to respect police. We have to respect the military. To be frank with you, we don't respect them. We only fear them. We believe that they use them to intimidate the vulnerable.
Abu, thank you very much. Thanks for the call. Let me take Kakito. Kakito is in Teshi.
Thank you very much.
Sorry for keeping you on the line.
Don't worry. You're all doing it on behalf of Ghana First, Mother Ghana.
Thank you. Thank you.
My name is Kaketo, alias correct the wrongs in the society.
Amen.
Yeah. First and foremost, I want to find out from Ghanaians, whoever is listening to Joy FM this evening, have you seen a poor person? A poor person living a rich man's life before? That is what we are practicing in Ghana. Ghana has been declared bankrupt and insolvent. But look at the political class. All of them, they are driving in $400,000 vehicle. I'm an NDC constituency executive for Lejikuku. Up to now, I've never understood why members of my party called me for $31 or 50 Ghana cedis, 500 Ghana cedis to trade. And because the question is, do we have hope? And you see the political class driving in $400,000 vehicle. Ibrahim Traore was in Ghana during President Mahama's inauguration. He was the only person whose name was mentioned and they gave him standing ovation because he's a non-conformist. His deity is different. How can a poor country be driving in $400,000 vehicle? I don't understand. So I'm calling on President Mahama as a constituency executive through a platform that even as chief executives are about to be appointed, all these vehicles, to me, it doesn't make sense to me. Come to my community. We don't have drain. We don't have road. We don't have water. We don't have anything. And the political class goes around, crisscross this country, and tell the countrymen and women that they are suffering. They are suffering. And you come and sit in the $400,000 car in the name of comfort, security, and safety. What is the political class taking Ghanaians for? I'm pleading with President Mahama. He's resetting the country. He has promised through the campaign that he will give women 30% of all appointments. I'm calling on and appealing to all his ministers. I'm calling on them, all his ministers, they should make sure that any appointment they do, they should make sure that they give 30% to the women. Otherwise, we will rise against them. I will not sit back like, how do we call it, Andy Apia Kubi, Edward Enin of NPP, Ata Kennedy, And I will not sit down like the way they sat down quiet for Nana Akufo-Addo to damage and make NPP unpopular. I will speak and draw their attention to it that this is the promise we made to the people. They must deliver. Otherwise, we will come after them. NDC appointees who are privileged to be appointed by President Mahama. I have said time without number that if President Mahama will fail, it is not the NPP. It is his appointees. It has always been appointees who has let the president down. So I thank you for this platform, and we continue to pray for you that you have long life and strength so that ordinary people like us, we can contribute. President Mahama should change this status quo of appointees using $400,000, $300,000, $200,000. Ghanaians are suffering, and this is not what I capital and have corrected the wrongs in the society bargain for. He must change it and give a lesser vehicle so that we can use the money like the way he has.
Thank you very much. Let me go to Medina and get Medina. God bless you too. Hello, Nana is in Medina.
Hi. So
hi, Nana. You're my last caller.
We a poor country. However, our constitution gives an opulent lifestyle to a group of people, to a country that is their poor. So that's it. That's why we want the constitution to be looked at again. However, the very people who look at it, they are the ones benefiting. So how would they even look at it and deal with it? That's another matter. However, Nana, I want you to look at the Burkina Faso thing, okay? If you look into it, and one of these your shows, tell us why suddenly it seems like it's working. Because the gentleman is an African, a black man, okay? So why is it that it's working? Recently, I'm reading he's built a tomato factory, fully functioning, with $12 million. We used our own to build dams that didn't exist. Okay? So he's a black man, so I'm wondering, how come it's working? Now, do you get what I mean? Yes,
I get exactly what you mean.
People can question how he came to power. You can question that. But if the people are jubilating for this, and now it seems like it's working, how come? Because he's a black man. He's an African. He's not born raised from Abuche and came back home. He's an African. He was born bred here in Africa. And now he's president. And it looks like it's working. Common sense and wisdom, it's working. So how?
My brother, thank you very much. But I think, yes, we definitely need to do a show on that one. Folks, that's my opinion every Monday. Tuning at this time and joining this big conversation. I want to say thank you to Maribel, Oliver, and Ziggy, international producers. Doing cross-country production. Maribel, Oliver, and Ziggy, thank you so much. I'm sure Kofi Hayford will be up next to give you really soul-searching songs, well, maybe songs full of hope, so to bring our hope back. Stay tuned because the news bulletin is coming up shortly and soon. As for me, I say, until the lions have their own historians, the tales of hunting will always glorify the hunter. But you need to log on to Facebook and Instagram, look for the Little Republic of Akwamu Edumasa. Share and like it. Yeah, the Little Republic of Akwamu Edumasa. We have our Instagram page, we have our Facebook page. Share and like it. And we say happy birthday to the one and only Onheneyere Gifty-Auntie, Monday, 23rd. 23rd was the birthday. And it was big. They had a nice breakfast at La Palme, which went really, really well. So happy birthday to you. And stay tuned. Don't you even touch that dial.